Hey everybody, Misty Williams here, founder of Healing Rosie, and I am so excited today to chat with my friend Michelle Norris, the CEO of Paleo Effects, which is happening here in Austin in just a couple weeks, April 29th through May the 1st. And I'm so excited about this event. Many of you guys know that I actually managed the marketing for Paleo Effects for several years, and this is an event that's near and dear to my heart. I'm excited to be speaking and moderating a panel for Michelle this year, and I really hope that you guys can make it out if you're going to be in the Austin area already, if you live close by, or if you're jonesing for a trip, get out after all the COVID madness. This is going to be the first event in 2 years. So we're going to get a little update from Michelle on what's been happening and what we can expect this year. So welcome, Michelle.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Yes, I'm so excited to have you. And I'm so excited that this event is finally happening. I watched you travail trying to get this thing rescheduled. I think this is the second or third reschedule.
Yeah.
So finally the moons have aligned and the gods are smiling and we are going to have an event.
Yes, definitely. Finally, I'm so excited. We are the entire team is like going a little crazy right now, but yes, we when we finally got our dates, we didn't have an absolute assurance from the city that we could have Paleo Effects without restrictions. And so we were like, okay, so we'll kind of wait and see what happens. Anyway, and then once we heard that they were going to let South by happen with no restrictions, we're talking about 100,000 person event.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So a little more optimistic.
Okay, I think we're good. Anyway, so
yeah, it's going to be so exciting. Well,
yeah.
This is going to be, for those of you who are taking notes, this event is going to be a kind of a relaunch of what was supposed to happen 2 years ago. You have a lot of the sponsors and people that had booths that signed up back then are coming now. You had some people that aren't going to be able to make it 2 years later. It doesn't work in their schedule like it did 2 years ago. And so you have a few new people coming in. So it's going to be an interesting reprisal after everything that's happened. But I feel so much enthusiasm. I can tell you that in my circles, lots and lots of people are planning on being at Paleo Effects this year. And I think everyone is really excited just to be together. We all want connection with each other. It's so nice to come together as a tribe and catch up with each other and hear what's going on in the health space, meet brands that are super health conscious and that make products that are great for your family and for those that are really into biohacking. We have lots of health hacking stuff, lots of technology and really great ideas, strength and conditioning floor at Paleo Effects. So for people who are really into fitness, you'll find that there's a lot for you here. Michelle, I would love for you just to kind of give us the rundown. What can people expect this year?
Well, I'm like really excited about this year. We have a lot of the normal cast of characters returning, like Ben Greenfield, Mark Sisson, Dr. Annika Becca, Dr. Tom O'Brien. We have some new speakers that I'm really excited about. Dr. Christine Schaffner will be here this year, which I'm really excited about her being here. And Theo Wilson, who did a TED Talk that is just incredibly amazing. And I'm super excited about him coming. Ade Fox, who is the Black Carnivore, and she's really incredible. And she'll be there. And then, we have lots of panels, lots of just a lot of really great information that's going on the stage at all times. And we have a lot of stuff that we're going to be diving into more around. We wrote a book and we wrote the book Primal Uprising. It's our theme for this year. And it is really, we're really going to go really deep dive into the 7 pillars of health, which is physical, mental, emotional, relational, spiritual, financial, and tribal. And so everything at the show is going to be mostly on those subjects, and then other things in between, like regenerative agriculture, decentralization of markets, that type of thing. So we are really excited about the stuff that's going to be on not just on the floor, but on all of the stages. And we have some really incredible sponsors that are coming in this year. So we have like Biooptimizers and DNA Company. Rain Tap, FDN, who's been one of our long-term sponsors, is also coming back, and Reed Davis, of course. And then we have Sunlighten, who is our sponsor for the Health Hacker Lab, which the Health Hacker Lab was supposed to be brand new in 2020, and so it's actually brand new in 2022. So we're real excited about that, because this is going to be a really cool area for all of the health hacking, like you said, all of the biohacking gadgets and doodads and supplements and everything that have come out. And so we're real excited about that being a really a new area for PaleoFX. And yeah, it's just going to be a lot of fun to just see people's faces and have lots of hugs and lots of connection, and we're real excited about it.
Yeah, one of the things that I love about paleo effects is you get exposed to things you don't even know you're looking for.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that really struck me. I did my first event in 2014, right after I moved to Austin. And I remember walking the expo floor and seeing so many amazing brands that I didn't even know existed. I learned so much. There was a stage right there on the expo floor. And I remember sitting in and hearing some speakers. I remember Jimmy Moore spoke that year on the expo floor stage. And there was a couple others. And I just was blown away that this mecca
Mhm.
was sitting right in the middle of Austin, Texas, and there were so many people there. I had a friend come with me a couple years later, and she said, "You know what really strikes me about all the people in this room? They all have great skin." And when you're eating a really clean diet and getting rid of a lot of the crap, especially the dairy, which tends to really irritate the skin a lot, then it shows on your face.
Yep.
So, so yeah, I learned so much from this community, and I really credit the ancestral health movement in general with kind of being my first foray into learning about taking charge of my own health. Like before my surgeries, and you guys all know my story, before everything kind of kicked off my own health journey, I thought I was healthy. I had
Mhm.
no idea what I didn't know, and I learned so much about not only diet and what to eat and what your body really needs. But I remember learning about circadian biology and light cycles, and learned about the effects of radiation and electromagnetic fields and how that's affecting our bodies, and just so many things that I wasn't present to the impact that my environment was having on my life. And to be able to come centrally to one place and not only get exposed to so much great information, but to connect with people. And, there's this feeling when you're at Paleo Effects that, wow, I'm committed to this lifestyle and I'm not alone. There's a
Mhm.
whole lot of people out there that are just like me. And the connection that you make with people who are, have signed up to be part of this tribe is really special. And I know that you have lots and lots of people that are returning year after year to come together. And yeah, it's a holy thing that you've created.
Yeah, it, yeah, when you talk about that, it is so funny how even so this is our 10th anniversary, and how much PillowFX has transformed and changed since the beginning, because we were definitely a lot more focused on the actual diet at the beginning of PillowFX, and now it's really shifted more into the lifestyle. What is the impact of your environment? What is the impact of not just what you intake into your body, because obviously we all know that that impacts us, but what you put on your body, what you clean your house with, what are the things that you're exposed to on a daily basis in, obviously EMFs and everything. We are in some now, I guess there's now smart cities where there is, citywide Wi-Fi, which, does have an effect on people. And so it's really great to know what are the things that you can do to minimize and mitigate any type of damage, or to be able to prevent any type of damage. And we love one of the main reasons why we have Pillow Effects is for people to become educated so that they are empowered, so that they can make educated decisions and be able to decide what are the things that are best for me and my family and my community. And we want everyone to be critical thinkers. We don't want to tell you what to think. This is why you will see panels at our event where there are diverging opinions. They are not, we are not an echo chamber. Won't ever be, and we've never desired to be. because what we feel like dissension is our way forward. It's the way to progress. It's us all questioning, is this really the right way? Is this really the best way? Is this really what's best for me? Is this really, I mean, does this really all make sense? And do I really believe what I believe? And so when we all become critical thinkers, we change everything. And that is for us, one of the main ethos of PaleoFX is really for us to all become critical thinkers and make all of our own decisions, and have, you know, we've been fighting for, you know, all of these years around our food freedom, because that's been the most prevalent fight and war that there's been for us. And it's become very clear in the last 2 years that our, not only is our food at risk, but our health decisions are also at risk. And so we have really made an effort to say that's something that we want to stand up for everyone, is that everyone has a right to make their own decisions about their own body. And so anyway, that's kind of where we are at, because at the end of the day, we believe everyone is a sovereign human being and has the capability to make their own decisions. So
One of the things I really love about everything that you're saying is I reflect back on the experience that I had early in my journey when I was sitting in the doctor's office saying, what causes endometriosis? You know, what do I need to do to change my life? And the doctor comes back with, we don't know what causes it. You can Google it. Everyone has heard me tell this story now.
yeah,
I can put you on birth control, or we can do surgery if it comes back. You know, I think there's a part of us that's been conditioned that we need permission from an authority somewhere to make certain kinds of moves, to make certain health decisions. And one of the things that became really clear to me, like immediately in my journey, is that I was the only person that I could really count on to look out for me. And that was scary because, especially at that time, I did not have a clue what I should be doing.
yeah,
Right. But I knew that the doctor sitting across from me didn't care about my quality of life as I got older. You know, she's like, well, if it comes back, and I'm thinking, don't you care if it comes back for me? But she didn't, you know, and the mainstream system isn't designed to help us be healthy and well. It's designed to treat our symptoms as we're becoming more and more diseased,
yeah,
right? So this is a really important part of the journey for each one of us, is really stepping up into the driver's seat, you know, and realizing that we are the ones that are responsible. And so what does that mean? That means we need to be educated. We need a strong community. There's many times in the Healing Rosie Facebook group, where you guys are watching this video now, that there's people that will say, what should I do? I just want to pay someone to figure this out for me. And the truth is, if it were possible just to pay someone to figure it out for you, there's so many of us that would have done that. I mean, God knows we've spent so much money, you know, trying to get well over the years, but that's not the way forward. Unfortunately, the way forward is to take responsibility. So I'll often tell someone, what does your gut say? Especially because in our group too, people have different perspectives and ideas on what you should do. Well, what does your gut say?
yeah,
And sometimes our gut doesn't know, but that's where we need to, you know, get still and do some soul searching and, you know, keep doing our own research to figure it out, because nobody can really tell us what to do. So there's a very important ethos that permeates paleo effects, and really the vibration of this community at large. I think there's so many people in this community that are critical thinkers, because really they've had to be, you know, it pretty much, probably I would say at least 80% of the speakers and leaders in this movement had their own health crisis, and the crisis was their trigger for change. And, you know, we've all gone down that similar road of, we tried the conventional ideas and they didn't work for us, and we had to figure out what was working. So I'm super excited to be part of it. Michelle, I'm excited that you guys are finally getting to do
yeah,
another event. And I hope all of you guys can join us in Austin at the
yeah.
end of the month. I know that tickets are on sale now. If you have a ticket from the 2019 event, it will still be honored. I hope you're
2020.
planning, or 2020, sorry. It will still be honored, and I hope you're planning to come. And for this year, I know that we still have some tickets available. Michelle, why don't you tell them where they can get it, where they can get their tickets?
Yes, go to paleofx.com, and this is just how busy I've been, but I believe we have some really cool flash sales going on right now. I know that our expo pass is on a BOGO right now, and I can't remember, there's something going on with the premiere and the VIP. And if you are interested in the VIP, which is all access, which means you get to hang out in the VIP lounge where the speakers hang out.
Yeah, that's
uh,
great.
there's not that many of those left because we do have a capacity limitation on those. So I know that there's not a whole lot of those left. So if you want one of those, I would pick
Grab
it up
it.
as quickly as you can. And I believe there is um, there are some discounts right now. And I believe you might have your discount code and information as well. So, but
Yeah.
paleoflex.com.
Paleofx.com. So you guys should definitely go check it out, get your tickets, join us in Austin. It's going to be amazing. The weather here is going to be phenomenal.
Yes.
It is gorgeous here now.
Oh my
We
God,
are
it's amazing.
enjoying, yes, we are enjoying springtime in a
Yeah.
southern city for sure. So I hope all of you come. Michelle, I'm so grateful that you guys pulled off another event, that we're finally back in the saddle with things. And I will see all of you soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you.